Jen.
And I'm Allie.
And we're here from the Stillwater project, and we're going to talk just a little bit today about student engagement. Student engagement is a crazy buzzword that's thrown around in education as something that we just can magically create in our classrooms. And it's so much more complicated than that. So we're going to dive into what makes it complicated, how we do it, and then some strategies that maybe you could put into practice into your own classrooms. I think that what makes it really hard is that we have this tension between content and philosophy. And oftentimes our philosophy gets lost because we have so much content to cover. And student engagement is a commitment to this practice, this belief that I am going to create a classroom environment where my students are accountable for learning, where I'm being really careful about the content I'm bringing in and connecting it to them and making it sticky. And I am also making a space for every voice to be heard. So let's dig into that.
Yeah, so I think if you were to ask anyone who their favorite teacher was, they would go back to a teacher that did this really well. I think of Mr. Harold. He was my favorite teacher from high school, and he created an environment where you knew that there wasn't a chance that you were going to check out during class. It's not the class you would put your head down on the desk, because one, everybody had a voice and there was a conversation going on. But two, Mr. Harold showed up for work as Mr. Harold, and you knew that he loved The Who. You knew that he would be sharing tidbits about his weekend and what he was excited about and how it connected to his world. And he did the same with us. He engaged with the students in his class as though they were real people, and he honored them. And it was more about the conversations that took place than the right answer, which is what you want to build in your classroom as well. Kind of house rules are, I don't know is never accepted. We all stay alert to the conversation. We're all engaging, and it doesn't matter so much the answer that you give me, more that you're connected and you're in this conversation right now.
All right, so challenge.
Yes.
Finish the statement. Students are engaged when?
Curiosity is piqued.
Okay, and I think that students are engaged. I love that, and I think that students are engaged when my curiosity is piqued and I'm just literally on the edge of my seat, wanting to be the next person that's called on, wanting to be the next voice that's heard in the room.
Yes. The kid that's like, right? Because they're so excited.
Yeah.
I would say students are engaged when there is a collective groan when the bell rings. And that's music to a teacher's ears. When the bell rings and the students are bummed that they're leaving your class, that's when students are engaged.
Absolutely.